Hey people. So today I had a really cool experience, which was both, kind of gratifying in and of itself, and also in some ways it kind of, um, it was like a lot of things coming together because it feels like it's in some ways it's affirming some things that I've had in my kind of percolating within me for a while, and it's also kind of framing up the future in a cool way. So basically, what happened was I did my last lesson with one of my students for this piano intensive. Now, I say last lesson as though that's somehow the end of things, but it's obviously not. We're almost certainly going to keep working together. Um, there's a tinge of sadness, I guess, as I do the number six lesson with people. There is kind of like this way in which it's sad to it's sad that it's over. I mean, I'm glad that it's over because the content creation has been intense and the workload has been intense. Um, I'm ready to move on to the next phase with it, but man, has it been awesome! And like, just these people that I've been working with are so incredible. I feel like I've discovered a completely different kind of artistic archetype in every single person that I've worked with, and it's just kind of amazing. So, but anyway, so I was talking to this woman, and she's she's so creative. She's like just got ideas and art. Her piano journal is like this hilarious. It's like a 20-page essay that's hilarious and profound and just unbelievable to read. Really, just a very very cool catalog of the process that she's been going through. And I was just chatting with her about, what we might do next because I'm creating the programs now for people who want to step out of this intensive and go into something a little more long term. Continue to basically work in the same way, but not quite as much of an intensive in the sense of like every single day you're getting new content from me. This would be a little more like a regular, something you'd sign up for 6 months. And I was telling her that I'm thinking of kind of two ways of going because I've got some students who are really piano driven and their creativity and their impulses. What they want to do is very piano centric. And then I have a couple students who are really not very piano centric. I mean, they are pianists and they're making fantastic strides at piano and they're doing really great work on piano, but also piano feels like it's just kind of a portal for them to open up into a larger uh, creative realm of themselves. And our work on piano has sort of created that opening and created a new impulse, or just kind of uncovered some impulses maybe. But so that's kind of my so I'm basically branching off into two back end programs, one of which is piano, very very much piano, and one of which is going to involve piano, but which is very much like I'm kind of thinking of it as like conscious creativity, conscious creatives, and in the sense of it being like a mindfulness practice, a spiritual practice, but creative. And so in the case of this woman, I know we're going to focus on some of her writing. She's also a painter. She's also, her piano is coming along. She's a great musician. She has a great musical instinct. So there's like, I don't even know exactly what our project is going to be, but I can tell that something really cool can be born there. And I was telling her about this other program, this kind of like conscious creatives thing. And she was like, so you would basically be like a creative coach. And I was like, yes. And what I loved about that was that she used her own words to state exactly what I've been kind of putting out there to the universe myself. Like that's exactly what I've kind of thought I would love to do, because I love teaching piano. I'm probably always going to teach piano. And I will continue to teach piano to this student, but there's a way in which framing it differently, framing it as creative coach, and thereby allowing the parameters of what we're pursuing, the parameters of what we're actually surveying in the work that we're doing, that's really exciting to me, because that starts to really kind of take what I'm doing and broaden it into the thing that I've always kind of wanted to do. I'm kind of calling it like, it's like the artist's way, but for music. You know, the artist's way and the Julia Cameron's artist's way, but with a music-centric focus. Now, that doesn't mean it has to. I suppose I could do this with non-musicians, but I think that given my background and given how people are gravitating towards me, I think it makes sense to keep music kind of at the center or at the heart of it. But it doesn't have to be strictly about music. It can be literally anything, and that's just really exciting to feel that new chapter branching off. And I loved it that it was like she said it before I did. Like, I didn't suggest that I would be her creative coach. That's what she heard, and that's what she was enthused about in the conversation. And I've got a couple other people where I think it's heading that direction too, just because of the nature of the work we've done and where they are in their own process. So yeah, so that was a really cool thing to kind of have show up today as this other program, as the first piano program kind of winds to a close, feeling like there's something almost exactly the thing I've been, visualizing popping into being, like literally right on the last lesson, boom, we're kind of jumping into the next bit. So, yeah, that was a great thing today. That was it's fun to feel this. It's fun to feel this whole process evolving, and it just brings me back to some of the fundamental principles of like, just let it happen. Don't make it happen. Don't work hard to make it happen. Not that I'm not working hard, but don't try and force it to happen. Just give what we have to give. Trust the present moment. Trust what's here now. Know that everything is right. And then, of course, act with intention. Act with clarity of intention. Because I did not make this happen. This is now emerging out of my relationships with these amazing people. So it's just super fun to feel that, that kind of symbiosis, birthing something new. So that's where I am, people. Much love to you all. Have a great day or night. I don't know what time of day you're watching this. And I appreciate you. Thanks for being in my life. I'll see you soon.